Okay, we are solving question 21 from Kangaroo 2017 grade 7 exam. The question says the measure of the angles in a triangle in degrees are three different integers, which is true, right? The only thing from the first sentence that I think is if the angles are ABC, it needs to follow the angle sum property, which is it should be equal to 180 degrees. What is the minimum possible sum of its smallest and the largest angle? Okay, so the important information is we need to find the minimum, not the maximum here. So I started off doing this question like randomizing most of my choices and thinking about what the answer will be, right? Most of the time I got 120. Like let's say if I was doing 60, 70, and 50, it would be 50 plus 70, which is equal to 120. But usually during the exam you don't have that much time, and you can like keep trying to go lower as much as possible as well. So I thought of another strategy of thinking, what if my triangle is, this is not to scale, is 1 degree. My minimum angle or the smallest angle is 180. Okay, or sorry, one degrees. So if it's 1 degrees, I can have anything as my largest angle, but I wouldn't want my largest angle to be super large, right? Because I want minimum sum, not that big of a sum. So let's say I do 60 degrees, and I have 61, so 119. Even in that case, it'll be 119 plus 1 degrees, which will be 120 degrees. Still not, and this is a big angle. I want to do something smaller. Now you can keep 1 degrees as it is and try bringing that 109 down as much as possible. But it does take time again. So what you could do is, let's say we have our smallest angle as 1 degrees plus b plus c is equal to 180 degrees. And that means b plus c, if I subtract 1 degrees on both sides, it can be 179. If I want it to be the smallest possible angle, what I can do is I can assume that b is equal to c, and it'll be 2, let's say b plus b is equal to 179. 2b is equal to 179, divide 2 on both sides, and that gives me b is equal to 98.5 roughly. Sorry, 89.5. Now, my possibility is that because I want an integer, I can say that b is equal to 98 and c is equal to 90, right? And based on that, let's see if I can find what my minimum sum will be. So 1 degrees, 90 degrees, and 89. So my largest angle and my smallest angle will give me 90 degrees plus 1 degrees, which is 91 degree. And that's a way you can solve this. But again, you can also try over and over again, randomly picking an angle and seeing what the smallest answer will be. But in our case, it's C. You could also just figure out the average of your angle B and C and go from there, and average will still be 98.5, and you will find your answer.